Now at 11, incredible video tonight from the front lines of the South Fire burning in Ventura County. This footage from a dozer cutting a fire line on the southwest flank of the fire. Hello and welcome to the KTLA 5 News at 11. I'm Corrine Winter.
And I'm Sandra Mitchell in tonight for Rick Chambers. So far, that fire has grown to nearly 4 square miles and it is still at zero containment.
Fire crews on the ground, they're working with dozens of helicopters to get the South Fire under control tonight. Authorities say the South Fire broke out this morning around a radio tower near the top of South Mountain in Somis. Officials have issued evacuation orders for residents who live below as gusty winds and also dry conditions fuel the flames. We have live team coverage of the race to contain the South Fire. Kai is here with more on the dry conditions and gusty winds fueling the fire.
We're going to start off with KTLA's Omar Lewis live in Somis, where the firefighters are trying to get the upper hand. Omar, how's it look?
Yeah, Sandra and Corrine, I can tell you we have just reached the 13-hour mark since this fire first started. The good news out here right now, those Santa Ana winds have died down compared to earlier in the day. Want to show you what's going on behind us here. This parking lot has been turned into a command center by the Ventura County Fire Department. And as you can see, that hillside is still burning. Right now, we know that more than 2,400 acres have burned. Charles Toole had just got off work Saturday morning. When he arrived at his Somis home, he was met with smoke and flames.
When I got a phone call, said, hey, we're being evacuated, so just got, whatever I had. It's almost crazy when you see the birds all flying at you. You know what I mean? You know something's wrong, you know what I mean?
According to the Ventura County Fire Department, the South Fire started around 9:30 Saturday here in Somis, burning along the ridgeline of South Mountain. Later in the day, the fire crested the top of the mountain and started burning down towards the Santa Clara River. Dry conditions along with Santa Ana winds made the firefight more of a challenge for first responders as wind speeds reached above 30 miles per hour.
This is a wind-driven fire, very similar to the 2019 Maria fire. We're fortunate enough that it's still burning within that burn footprint, and we expect to be able to contain it to that burn footprint.
More than 300 firefighters from departments all across the area joined in to battle the blaze. Currently, the fire is 0% contained with more than 2,400 acres burned. Once the sun set, firefighters had to readjust their strategy.
Fortunately, the wind has started to die down a little bit, which is fortunate. We are engaging on the ground and in the air with our helicopters. Our helicopters have night vision goggles that allow us to fight the fire at night.
While the flames are burning in a mostly remote mountainous area, there are evacuation orders in place for several homes in the areas seen here in red. An evacuation warning is in place for the areas in orange. At Ventura College, county officials have set up an evacuation post to provide food and a place to stay for evacuees like Charles Toole, who's now hoping his house is still left standing.
And there's kind of, Red Cross really taking care of us, Salvation Army is taking care of us, and everybody's coming together.
And back out here live, unfortunately, as you can see from this hillside, the fire is continuing to grow tonight at this point. So far, fire officials cannot confirm whether any structures have burned down, and an official cause is now under investigation. As you can imagine, information is changing out here very quickly, so officials are posting updates to their website. That is vcemergency.com. That's the very latest here live in Somis. I'm Omar Lewis. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
That is the sound of powerful Santa Ana winds whipping through San Bernardino County earlier this evening, and they're packing a punch with gusts hitting as high as 45 miles an hour. They're also leading to extremely poor air quality. Warnings have been issued for both Fontana and Rialto. And with his eagle eye, Kai has been hard at work tracking the conditions. So windy, Kai.
Yeah, listen to those winds making their way through those trees. Those are some 45-mile-per-hour gusts, no doubt about it. Well, greetings Greetings, everybody. We are continuing to take a look at some of those winds and, of course, bone dry air here in Southern California. It's the recipe for disaster. We're taking a look at the red flag warning continuing to stick around these communities. We're really talking about valleys, passes, canyons, and certainly our mountain communities. So the red flag in place until we get to tomorrow afternoon should expire at around the 3 o'clock hour. You can see the exceptions being much of the LA basin all the way through most of Orange County. Target areas still throughout LA, Ventura County as we head through the Grapevine. Sustained winds in the mid-30s. That puts the gusts up into the upper 30s, mid-40s. Van Nuys picking up some 22-mile-per-hour sustained winds. These Santa Ana winds have been strong through the day today. Look at these peak gusts. We saw the Camarillo Airport picking up a gust earlier today of 61 miles per hour through Malibu, some 40s, 50s through the Pomona area, and the Van Nuys Airport a gust of 40. A pretty interesting day today. Winds will start to settle down. We'll get into that and much more when I come back with your extended forecast. Back to you.
Kai, thank you. Of course, stay with KTLA for continuing coverage of the wind and the fire danger. For live weather updates anytime, you can visit KTLA.com or download the KTLA 5 app.